What is up, you guys? It is me again, as you can clearly see. So, I haven't been awake for very long. 7:52 in the morning. Alright, it's like 9 something, 9:30 or something. Don't have a watch right here. Alright. So, it's interesting video, but alright. Let us cut into the chase with the scissor fingers. Alright, so got my morning tea. My tea fiend. Alright, so does God count it as suicide or the cowardly ways out? If a person has no choice but to do so. So, you know, firefighters, let's say they're in a very big predicament. They have absolutely no option whatsoever. It's a very sad deal, but ultra rare. Most likely it's an ultra rare scenario because they always can get out somehow, I would assume. If a fire is blocking their exit. The only way I would assume that they can't get out is if all the floors drop. The elevators don't work. All the stairs aren't working. Are blocked by fire all over the floors. And they cannot get out whatsoever. And they are stuck all the way up top. You know, like 2001, the two towers, people were in the buildings. They were all the way at the top. They couldn't get out. There were fires, roaring fires and flames all the way at the top. And they were trapped. They could not escape the fire. They couldn't get into the elevators. They couldn't go down the stairs. It was all blocked off by fire. And it was so sad, but they had two options. They were going to die either way, but they had no choice but to face death. But they had two options. One, they could face the fire head on and burn to death 15, 30 seconds, something like that, in agonizing, excruciating pain until they died. Or, this is going to sound really bad, but it's the painless way out. And it was only seconds. They could have jumped. Most jumped. Because I heard this from a couple of people speaking about hell before. Anyways, They did not want to stay. They did not want to feel that fire. They didn't want to burn in that flame, even for a couple seconds, let alone 15, 30 seconds. They chose to take the quick way out that lasted only a couple seconds. Several hundred feet down to the ground only lasted probably about 3-4 seconds max. And it was an impact on the ground that was absolutely painless, let alone the fire. Or unlike the fire would have So, here's the question. And I already know the answer to this, but do you? And I will tell you my thoughts. Do you believe that God counts what I just explained to you as suicide? Knowing that they're going to die anyways, but they chose to take their own lives in the first place because to escape a horrific death, like a painful death, a very agonizing, painful death that was going to be absolutely excruciating for 15 to 30 seconds, something like that, in really super hot 800,000 degree fire. I don't know how hot, but something like that. When they could have done it super quickly and painlessly, and most did. Do you believe that a super truly loving, perfect, merciful, holy God would hold them accountable for taking their own lives when they chose to escape an inevitable, or chose to escape a very painful, inescapable death? I personally do not believe God would hold anybody who had absolutely no choice whatsoever accountable for that. He knows their heart. He has absolutely great mercy upon people like that. He couldn't do, he knows they couldn't do anything whatsoever. Even if there was a way to escape their death, but he knows that they knew that there was absolutely they thought that there was no way whatsoever to escape, even if there was a way. It's the same deal. The same thing. So, God is very merciful and loving. He knows their hearts. He knows they did not want to be in such great agonizing pain and agony and fire and everything like that for 15 to 30 seconds. So they chose to do it very quickly and painlessly by jumping. And I truly believe that God is unfortunately the people who were saved, were not saved, I mean, we know the deal with them, but it's still unfortunate with them, because they didn't escape any fire whatsoever. But God is very, very loving and very, very merciful nonetheless. And I truly, truly, truly believe with all my heart, with my entire being and soul, more than every single star in the entire universe, and there's trillions upon trillions and trillions and trillions, and I believe with all of heaven in my heart and on my shoulders that God himself had mercy on all the saved people that day who chose to take their own lives because they had no other choice, because they were going to die anyway, either way, but chose to do it that way, to be absolutely painless and very quickly. And still, they absolutely, they, not like they weren't going to go to heaven anyways if they were saved, but there would still be consequences for their actions in heaven. Yes, I truly believe that saved people who are, there's no more hell for people who are truly born again, but there are still consequences for actions, like loss of rewards in heaven. I don't know what those are, but trust me, there's tons and tons of awesome rewards in heaven that you don't want to miss out on. But yeah, you guys, he is very, very loving and merciful. But if anybody's ever wondered that before, there's your answer. And it's truly, truly from God. Because he knows 100% that they had no choice. They had absolutely no choice whatsoever. I hope you guys enjoy.